Oh, hi there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Cardwell's Cauldrons here at Geektopia Island. I'm Cardwell.
And I'm Kevin.
And today, with the new recent bannings of, everything in Standard right now, we're just going to have a little fun deck and see if it can get there. But before we do, I'm going to remind you that we do have a Patreon. It only takes $1 to support us. We love you very much for it, and the link will be down below for that. Today, we are going through Crit Fel, which is a 3-color party deck, which basically, with so many parties in all the colors, you can go so many different colors, but we're doing Mardu today, and we'll see how it goes. It's more of the aggressive way, besides Ban, which is pretty awesome as well. But the first dude is Archpriest of Iona. It's a 1-drop star 2, so it gains power equal to the number of creatures in your party, so obviously it's a 1-2 for now. And for if you don't know what the party mechanic is, they're throwing D&D in there, so you have to have a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard, and/or to do special things. So at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, which all 4 of course, target creature gets +1/+1, gains flying until end of turn. I don't think it's that powerful for it to be a rare, but I'll see it when I play it on Arena.
Yeah, it seems good, but we don't know.
Yeah.
Next is the Acquisitions Expert. It is a black and 1 for a 1/2 rogue. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals the number of cards from their hand equal to the number of creatures in your party. You choose one of those cards, that player discards this card. So this card actually really I like a lot if you have a big party, because it gives you options on what they have to show you. I mean, yeah, it's not just look at their hand, take a card, but it's still pretty good for what it is, because they have to choose which ones they want to show you, and then you get to pick out of those 3.
And it can be a land too, so if they're like, I might be able to draw a land later, and they might screw themselves over that, or the fact that he gets everything, they get to show a reveal, but he also counts as a rogue towards your party, so he even balances out for sure. The next one is Kargan Intimidator. It's a 1 and a red human warrior. Cowards can't block warriors, which is pretty just strong in general. So it's a 3/1, and he has 3 abilities that you can pay 1 for. And you have to choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. So he gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Target creature becomes a coward until end of turn. And then target warrior gains trample until end of turn. And I've seen this guy just put in play and then just go at it and win the game by himself.
That dude's pretty silly just because he forces them to not block. Because you're one dude, it's a coward, he can't block.
Just for 1 mana. That's all it takes.
Next up is the Malakir Blood-Priest. It is a black and 1 for a 2/1 cleric. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses X life where X is, and you gain X life where X is the number of creatures in your party. So max of 4, and for 2 mana to deal 4 for free, it's pretty good.
And gain 4, pretty solid. For sure, and it helps,
It's a cleric.
The cleric helps you survive. Now this guy is probably the weakest of them all, but it's Ardent Electromancer. It's 2 and a red, 3/2. He's a human wizard. We needed a wizard and a 3-drop, so he falls in that spot. But enters the battlefield, add a red for each creature in your party. So hopefully you can play something else as well.
If you have 3, then he's kind of free.
Yeah.
Next is the Murderous Writer. He is 2 black and 1 for a 2/3 lifelink. When he dies, you put him at the bottom. He is not part of the party system, but he's still a very
He's
good
a kill card.
Yeah.
With a dude.
And he's got Adventure, which is 2 black and 1, swift in, destroy target creature or planeswalker, you lose 2 life.
Yeah.
Like, regardless, he's still a really good dude.
Yeah. And Bedevil's not in set anymore. Hence why that's not here and this guy's here, because that makes me sad.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would be bedeviled. Next one is Squad Commander. It's a 3 and a white, 3/3 warrior. Enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white core warrior for each token, creature token for each person in your party. And then, at the beginning of combat of your turn, if you have a full party, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible into the turn. And that's what makes him the best.
Yeah, this dude's real good.
Yeah. Definitely, for sure. And the fact that those other dudes are warriors, so if he dies, then you still have the warrior in your party.
Next is Tazri, Beacon of Unity. It is a white and 4 for a human warrior, a 4/6. This spell costs 1 less to play for each creature in your party, so it can cost 1, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
And then you pay 2, 4, 6, 8, or blue, black, red, or green, or any combination of those.
Yeah.
And look at the top 6 of your library. You may reveal up to 2 cleric, rogue, wizard, warrior, and or ally cards from among them and put them in your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. So that's really cool just because it gives you free card draw and like a lot of card draw.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's kind of a hefty cost, but it's kind of worth it because if you have the end of turn, if you have nothing to do, you're just like, cool, pay 5 or 6 and get 7 cards. Great. Or 8 cards.
So yeah, pretty much, let's see.
Or reveal up to 2.
Two.
So you can get 2 free cards. Just Cool, thanks. That's free 2 cards.
Pay 6, get 2 creatures that might win you the game, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weak thing, but it's not too bad at the same time. And one of my favorite, especially in limited, this guy is a bomb. The Zagras, Thief of Heartbeats. It's 4 black and a red. He's a rogue, but the spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. He has Flying, Death Touch, and Haste, and other creatures you control have Death Touch. So pretty baller. But whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a planeswalker, destroy that planeswalker, so it has Death Touch for them too. He's just super solid. He's a 4/4 flyer that can possibly cost 3, 4 really quickly.
Yeah, dude, costs less, and he has creature kill and planeswalker kill.
Yeah, and he's on the battlefield. You just swing no matter what, because now they're gonna have to block and everything. Super good, super awesome. I love him.
Next up is Inscription of Rune. It is a black and 2 for a sorcery with kicker of 4, 2 black and 2. Choose one. If this spell is kicked, choose any number instead. Target opponent discards 2. Return target creature with convert mana cost 2 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield, or destroy target creature with convert mana cost 3 or less.
So yeah, just
you
get your smaller party.
Yeah, if you pay the kicker, you go ham.
Yeah. If not, then you bring a cleric back to the field, deal some damage, or you kill something that's important on your side. It's just
that's cute.
Yeah. Since your party members are almost 2 or less all the time, so it's all good. This one is why I picked red instead of blue. It's Outlaws Merriment. Remember this old enchantment? It's 1 red, 2 white enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you choose 1 at random, create a red-white creature token that is a part of this. So it's a 3-white human warrior with trample and haste, a 2/1 human cleric with lifelink or haste, and 1/2 human rogue with haste, and whenever this enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to any target. So it creates 3 of those, and it can constantly just fill up your party for free every turn.
Yeah, it helps you get your party there.
Yeah. So that's why I picked this instead of that.
Next up is Elspeth Conquers Death. It is 2 white and 3 for a saga. The first one, when it comes in, is exile target permanent opponent controls with convert mana cost 3 or greater.
So good.
And then saga 2, non-creature spells your opponent cost 2 more to play next turn, or until your next turn. And then 3, return target creature or planeswalker card from the graveyard to the battlefield. Put a 1/1 counter on it, or a loyalty counter.
It's just super powerful. It's just one of the best kill spells ever.
Yeah, it kills the thing and it helps you get dudes back and it slows them down. So it's very, very good over the course of the 3 turns. So.
Oh yeah. And the next one, of course, is Thwart the Grave. It's 4 and 2 black sorcery. The spell costs 1 less to play for each creature in your party. And then this is also why I lean towards black as well, is return target creature card and up to 1 target party. So cleric, rogue, warrior, wizard, creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. So this can cause 4 just to be like, get 2 dudes back, straight up. It's really good. It's super good to help when they board wipe or whatever, that you can rebuild your party.
Yeah, and they don't go back to your hand, they go to play, which makes it so much better.
Exactly. Ridiculous. Now, of course, we have the lands, and there's no shock lands anymore. And sadly, I had to use 1 temple just because of the 2-drop of Murderous Writer that's 2 black. So we'll get there. But of course, we have base camp. So if you don't know what that is, it's a special land that comes into play tapped, adds for a waste, and then tap, add 1 color mana of any color, spin this only to play your party. So cleric, rogue, warrior, wizards, and their abilities. Yeah, simple as that. This one is a Brightclimb Pathway. It's also the flip black and white card. And I love these so much because whenever you need whatever color you need at that moment, it is that color. And then you just play it through the rest of it. And we have the basics, of course, mountain, plains, a swamp. And we also have the reverse red and white one, the Needleverge Pathway, which isn't too bad. And the Savai Triome, because it's a Mardu 3-color land, and you kind of need that right now. And of course, the temple that's in there is Temple of Malice, just to help with the red and double black for sure. With that is the end of the deck. We'll see how it goes with this new meta. I mean, it seems like it's going to be a lot slower now, unless Ugin just takes up over everything, which probably will happen, sadly. But with that, the list will be down below, and hopefully you enjoyed your stay here at Geektopia Island. Goodbye.
Later. Also, guys, make sure you hit that like button down below, and subscribe to our channel, and then hit that bell for any future notifications that you have for our videos.
And we go ahead and give a big thank you to our fans for over the years, especially our Mythic and Above Patreon followers.
Thank you, Ryan.
With that, we love you. Thank you for your support.